Leil Seder night is all about asking questions, back and forth, and possibly the most famous of all questions is Manish Tana. Why is tonight different than all other nights? We go Shebechol HaLailos, and all nights we do this, and tonight we do something different. And I have a small question, but I think it's a beautiful lesson. And that is, why do we keep repeating the words Shebechol HaLailos, which means on all nights? Just give me a heading, Manish Tana HaLailah Zeh Mikol HaLailos. Why is tonight different than all other nights? And list the 4 differences. But instead it says the heading, which is one time, and then 4 additional times it uses the phrase Shebechol HaLailos, on all nights. Why does it keep repeating it? And why Manish Tana, of all questions, do we have this minhag that the kids are the ones who get up on the chair so cutely and they ask the question? Why the kids, specifically when it comes to Manish Tana? And so I think there's one beautiful answer that teaches us a valuable lesson about how to change on Seder night. Pesach is all about going from Avdus to Chayros, slavery to freedom. And it's not just retelling a story that happened 3,500 years ago, but it's telling our own story. How are we changing? And I think the answer falls in the words Shebechol HaLailos, on all nights. What holds us back sometimes from changing is not the desire to want to make a change. We all want to do better. But it's our bad habits, the Shebechol HaLailos, the things we've been doing for years and years. Shebechol has all nights I do this, so therefore I can't make a change. I want to get up and learn, but I always go to the late meeting, so therefore I can't get up. Shebechol HaLailos, the things that hold us back in our life, the bad habits, is the prerequisite to the rest of the Seder of making a change. And I think that's the message, and that's why kids ask this specifically. Because kids are the most malleable. A kid one day may want to be a firefighter, and the next day may want to be a doctor. Those 2 things have nothing to do with each other. But they're willing to change, even though they wanted one thing one day, they could change the next day. When's the last time you saw a 40 or 50-year-old change 2 different jobs completely? As you get older, you often get stuck in your ways more, unless you're able to uproot the Shebechol HaLailos, just what you do, the bad habits that we have. I saw a beautiful idea that there's a brick of metal. And the brick of metal, it said, sold as is worth $5. And if you were to melt it down to horseshoes, it'd be worth $15. You take the same brick and now you melt it down to needles, it'd be $1,000. You take the same needles and you melt it down to springs for watches, it would be $100,000. It's the same metal, but the more you refine it, you change what it used to be into something better and better, the value goes up. And the same thing with us. As we come to Seder night, let's make sure that we are not just desiring to change for the future, but making sure that we're uprooting maybe bad habits or things that we've just done. And sometimes we let things that we've done since we're 12, 13 years old dictate the way we live the rest of our lives. So let's look back, look in the mirror at your Shebechol HaLailos. What are you doing every night? Can I uproot something, change something in order to make sure that this Pesach is the Pesach I walk away different? Everyone have a fantastic Yom Tov.